If you have a storage basket that may be a little tired like this one, and you would like to transform it to this, watch today's video and I will show you how. I am so excited to show you how I took this wire basket that just had fabric on it. It was the wrong color, looking a little tired, and I macrameed it instead. It was I have to be honest, it was a hard process to figure out how to make it happen, but once I did, it is a really easy process that you can do yourself. So I'm going to show you step by step on everything you need to know on how to make this basket a work of art for you. So to do a square knot, we're going to divide 4 cords into 3 sections. So we have 2 in the center, 1 on each side. So we're going to take the left one over the 2 in the center, take the right one over that, then the right one goes behind both of the center ones and comes up in this half circle. So that was your left side. Now, in order to do a square knot, it takes 2 steps. So now we do the same thing with the right side. And so we're going to take the right over the center 2, the left one over that one, and then behind and through the half circle. So that is a left facing square knot, meaning you've done left and then you've done right. And so to do a left spiral square knot, we are going to do both steps of the square knot are done with the left only. So we're going to take the left over the 2, the right over the 1, the right behind the 2, and through that hole. And now we do the left again. Left over the 2, the right behind, and through the hole. And you can see the difference in the 2 knots. This one is the left spiral. The cord is coming out the front of the knot. This is the left facing square knot, and the string goes out the back. Okay, so for this pattern, by knowing what they look like, this goes out the back, this is a regular, this is a spiral, you're going to alternate. Now this one will be a regular, and this one will be a spiral. So we'll do a regular square knot, and a spiral. And remember, the spiral is, we do both sides is the left one. And there you have. So this is just a sample board, but there's regular, comes out of the front is spiral. There's regular, comes out of the front is spiral. So this is where I get really excited with this stitch. You get to start doing the pattern of diagonal. So to join the 2 rows, this is row 1, now row 2. You ignore the first 2 cords, so I'll just put those over here. So you're going to take 2 from the inside of this one and 2 from the inside of this one. And to know which stitch you do next, you do the one that is a diagonal up. So we're going to do a regular square knot. On the next one, we're going to take the next 2 cords and these 2 cords. This one is a spiral because it comes out of the front, so we do a spiral. Now we're going to take the next 2 cords. This one is a regular because it goes out of the back, and we do the regular. We go on to row 3. This is regular, and this is regular, so we do a regular. This is spiral, So we do a spiral. And it looks like I can do one more here on my prototype. So I'm going to take these two and these two. So we have regular, 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 and we do a regular. This is what the diagonal pattern looks like when it's on the wire frame. So you can see this is the regular square, there's the spiral, regular spiral. So it is really, really a cool pattern to see when it's on the wire. If you've watched any of my videos, I really do like to show you how to do everything, but this has been such a trial and error. I had to get to this stage to show you what we needed to do. So the very first step is this corner piece of rope. So this corner piece of rope here, I need you to measure here across to the opposite corner and up that side. Take it times 2 and then add a generous 8 or 10 inches. So you need to pretend that this is not here yet, because this is step number 1. You need to take your cord that is that distance times 2 plus some extra. You need to put it around your bar. So we're going to hold the center in the above the weld and take this one and bring it around. Draw it down to the corner and do the same thing. Wrap it around the bar and go across to this side, wrap it around the bar and up to the edge. So when you come up to that corner, you're going to be coming up like this and you're going to have your 2 strings. Just do a square knot to secure off that piece that is going across the corner. So we're going to go down, over, and up and secure it with a square knot. You're going to do that on both corners. The reasoning is when this is completed, this is going to make a really nice tight X at the bottom. This piece of foam board is going to go on that X. These knots from the sides are going to get tied and put on top of that. And then another piece of foam board is going to go down and hide the knots. So I hope you're following me. This can be a little confusing because I have so much of it done, but I really did need to show you where we were going with the project. So since every wire frame has the potential of being a different size, I'm going to give you general numbers so that you can do it on your size frame. These cords here are cut 9 times longer than the height of your frame. So then you just fold them in half and pull the tails through the loop and attach enough cords on each side that is roughly, when you have them loosely, you about have a 2-inch gap. Because the sides of your basket angle in, we don't want them to go clear to the end, then you'll have too much bunching on the bottom. One thing I forgot to mention on the quantity of these cords, it has to be an even number. And you're going to want, just so that it looks uniform, you're going to want the same number of cords on opposite sides. So this one happens to be 28 cords, which this is 28 cords as well, but it has to be an even number. You have all of your strings are attached to your edge. The wire, the cord that you ran down the wire and that we did the square knot to tie it with, this is its tail. So when you're attaching these cords, run the tail from that corner piece in there, and I'll trim this off later. I just want to leave it till we have the right distance. To start your square knots, we're going to do just a regular square knot in the number 1 position. The second one is a spiral. And again, that means you go with the left twice. And I'm going to do one more just so we can keep our pattern going here. So this is a regular. So then for your next row, you ignore the first 2 cords. And remember, we go at an angle. This is a square knot. You can see because it goes out of the back. So we do a square knot. and this is going to be a spiral, and that means left and left. And before I go too much further, it is super important, otherwise you're going to be a pro at tearing things out like I am. You need to go across. You working down at, like I'm getting ready to show you just for illustration, is not how it works. You need to go all the way across with row 1 and then row 2. I'll continue across, but I wanted to show you row number 3. So row number 3, we're going to take the first cord and we are going to wrap around the cord that we did that goes across the bottom. We're going to wrap around it and wrap around the wire pole. And now we have our 4 cords. And we are going to, since this one is going at an angle of a regular square knot, the row here is going to be a spiral. So we're going to do a spiral. And that way you are secured to your side. So I'm going to continue with row 1. So we've done a regular square knot and then it's a spiral. So I have finished the second row. At the end of every row, so that you do not become the queen of doing it over like I have been, I just visually make sure that it goes every other one. Here we have a regular spiral, all the way across. So here we've done the beginning of row 3. I'm going to do the beginning of row 3 on this side as well, so you can see maybe at a little different angle. These are the cords that we have ran down the edge, looping them over and ending with a square knot. This is the square knot end actually, and the tail is being hidden along the wire. So make sure you pull these 2 cords together. To start row 3, we're going to wrap the cord around all 3 of these, the cord and the wire, and we are going to do a regular, because here we have regular, the next one will be a regular. And we do row 3 all the way across. So we have got down to the bottom here, and I'm going to finish the other sides, and then these will tie together in the middle, and we will be really close to finishing our basket. At this point, go ahead and slip the foam piece in that is the same size as the bottom of the basket. Then you can start tying your knots. I was completely surprised at how easily this came together. Just one by one, I tied from each side to the center, and then I tied one by one from this side to that side. So at this look right here, this could be considered a mess. But when you put your top in it, it's going to totally hide it. So at this point, take a fabric measuring tape and measure your inside dimension. So this one comes out to be 11 by 8. I cut a new 11 by 8 insert, and it goes in there a little tight, which is good. And voila, there is no cords showing. So I cannot even tell you, this turned out absolutely better than I thought. So there you have it. Take a typical basket and turn it into a masterpiece. If you have any questions or maybe even suggestions on how you would modify my plan, please comment down below. But as always, thank you so much for watching DIY on the House.